celebrity hairstylist around. His name is Martino Cartier. And of course, let me just tell you a quick little fact. W Magazine actually named Martino the #1 most sought after hairdresser. He is known for that television show on Bravo that he came out and then forget about it. I mean, the world found out who this gentleman was, but who cares about that if his products don't work? We love everything he brings us because he really makes our hair feel silky and beautiful, and he makes us feel really confident with his products. I wanted to make you feel good about your purchases this morning with Martino because take a look at this. You know that HSN Cares is at the heart of everything we do, and this gentleman, Martino, has committed to a minimum donation of $30,000 to Friends Are By Your Side in the year 2015. If you don't know what Friends Are On Your Side is all about, it's a beautiful, wonderful company that basically gives back to women and children that are battling cancer. So, Martino, love you. I
love
can't
you
believe you're
more.
starting too far away. So this guy is like a superstar in the beauty industry. Gifted hands, so smart, makes us feel so good. And his products are just meant to make our lives easier. I'm happy you're here with me this morning, love. We've got some wonderful products at great prices and including our favorites when it comes to your hairspray and your beautiful little satin slippers. How are you, love?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm excited this morning because we're changing the game this morning. You know, every time I go on air, I give out my email address and I tell you that if you have a problem or you need a question answered, I've been talking to so many of you on the phone and you've been telling me now you can do your own hair. So one thing they've said is stop working on so much long hair. I want to see demos on short hair. So what we've done today,
I agree.
Yeah, so we finished our long models, but Dominica, when you see her before shot, can we bring that up real quick?
Well, let's talk about what we're getting today because this is the famous LCD titanium styling iron. Your hair is gonna feel like silk with one pass, no tugging, no pulling.
I'm sorry, but I want you to look at the after and look at the before. One of the most difficult things women face, especially with gray hair and blonde hair, is to be able to curl it without turning it yellow.
And to have shine on it.
Yeah, both my grandmothers used to tell me my hair always turns yellow. So I used you hadn't get Hello hairspray.
I love it.
And what happens, there's heat protectant in it. There's heat protectant and sunscreen, so I sprayed it on, but what makes this easy is that, you know, women tend to burn themselves with their curling irons.
Yeah.
They feel like they need 2 hands to do it. So you saw her before. All I did was curl her. I didn't style it yet. I just wanted you to see whether if you want just a little bit of like a C shape, like long, or if you want a side bang, or if you want a tight curl, there's nothing that you can't do with this styler. The volume that she's gonna have in her crown when I comb this out is out of control. But here, I want you to see it live since you...
And you've always said the right tools make all the difference. And 100%. This is cutting edge, good stuff because you've got the titanium plates on this flat iron. Of course, because the plates pivot, you can curl, you can get lift at the crown. But the titanium is very important because you're never gonna pull on the hair, it's never gonna tug or snag. It just glides right through.
That's right.
Yeah.
Typically when you would get like an iron or a flat iron at like a regular brick and mortar, typically they're coated. Right. And that coating is porous. And when something's porous, it tugs on the hair. So watch this hair right here. This is typically where most women have a hard time getting volume. All I'm doing is turning the iron and sliding it. Bam.
Look at that curl.
That's the volume that she's gonna get. And because excuse me, because it has heat protectant in it, we're actually protecting your hair. It's safe heat, and if you've been watching me for any length of time, you'll notice all of my models, their hair is the longest it's ever been.
Right, and it's shiny.
Yeah, so
it's shiny because that's what we want. We want the hair to look healthy, right? And a lot of times with heat tools, what are we doing? We're damaging our hair, we're frying our hair. This is that titanium styling iron. It actually has this color-coded LED lights or LCD lights, which is basically a gauge. So Martino said once you know your color,
you cannot burn your hair.
You're not gonna burn your hair.
100%.
Because normally you have to decide what temperature to do, whatever. You gave us colored lights.
Because so many times, listen, yes, you have an actual number on the screen, but for example, if your hair is like over-processed, really blonde, or you think it's damaged, your color is dark blue. So just turn it all the way down, it'll be dark blue, you know you're around 285.
Right.
If your hair is fine and thin and you just want to be extra careful, it's not really damaged, you can go up to 320, then you're green.
And then once you know your color,
so remember
you get
this
used
chart,
to that.
take a picture of the screen right now.
Yeah.
That's your chart, know your color. So let's go back to New York right here. I want you to see her hair. See these curls? This is not from a hot roller. This is not from a curling iron. This is not from something that you can burn yourself with because look, I turn it all the way around you know, I could put it on my face. It's not hot on the outside, right?
Right.
So.
And the reason you get that curl is because your plates move, right?
Correct, and I give you...
It's not just flattening the hair.
The ability to use two hands, and if you look close, there's little grooves in the end here. I'm gonna hold this straight up at camera one. Yeah.
There you go.
So do you see these grooves? That gives you a grip. It gives you a grip, and it doesn't have to be hot to work. Wow. So in other words, if you feel this, that it's too hot for you, turn it down.
Yeah.
I mean, the lowest temperature at 280, I'm able to do Dominica's hair.
Yeah.
So now she has, this is difficult hair because it's salt and pepper.
Right,
You've got
because it could get coarse, right? It gets coarse and porous.
But then you've got the fragile gray hair, the white hair that you don't want to turn yellow. So, you know, right now, I have her on light blue. She's just about at 350, and I bet you, and it's curling fine at 350, but I'm gonna turn her down just to prove a point. I'm gonna go down to 320.
And by the way, don't forget that Martino's You Had Me at Hello spray, that's what he's been using on the girls. This is a flexible hold hairspray, but what's really special about this is that it has heat protectant, it has sunscreen, it has your fatty acids, your omegas in there.
Omega 3, 6, and 9.
It is a hairspray like
collagen,
no other.
What has keratin, collagen, panthenol, which these are all the great ingredients that you hear on every commercial when you're flipping through.
In like 80 different products.
On all the best
he put it
shampoos.
in one can.
And you have to. And
so that's available for you, but I wanted you to know that that's what he's using. And look at this, because what do we think about? We think flat irons, we think flat hair. Not with Martino's iron. And remember, this is not coated with titanium. These are titanium plates, which means that with one glide, one pass, you're not going to tug the hair, you're not going to pull it, you're not going to break the hair off. It really is, if you're using a heat tool, this is the one you want to get.
You know why this works in one pass? Because number one, there's a ceramic heating element. And ceramic naturally puts out negative ions. Right. So it's far infrared heat. So we're actually heating the hair from the inside out, like a microwave, versus a broiler, like a regular iron. That's the outside, so you have to fry the outside to get to the inside of that section. So think about it, right? If you take a section of hair, and you put a regular traditional iron on it, it heats from the outside. By the time the middle of your section gets hot, you've burnt the outside of your hair.
Oh my gosh.
But with far infrared heat, it heats the inside out.
And you know what? We're using it anyway, right? We want to get that effective tool that really gets the job done. We want to feel like we just left the salon or like Martino just ran his hands through our hair, right? But we don't know how to do it. You need effective tools to make all the difference. And I've never seen it at this price, Martino.
It's our lowest price we've ever done.
We're calling it a beauty Best Buy. It's $30 off today. It's true, because the last time I saw it, I thought the price was low as $99. Today it's $89. You do have the flexible payments, and it's coming your way on free shipping and handling. So just $22 to get home that super smart tool. This is the latest in technology.
You want to know another benefit of using far infrared technology?
Yes.
So you see, I sprayed hairspray before I started curling their hair with the styler. I didn't keep spraying as I go, because it's not the hairspray that's holding the curl, right? It's heating the hair from the inside out. Yes, you want hairspray as well because it helps, but it's a combination of the two. If I was only using hairspray to put these curls in, they would fall out in 5 minutes. And every woman says, I don't bother doing my hair because it falls right out. But if you use far infrared heat and you use a right hairspray, watch what happens. I talk to let these cool down.
And by the way, they're not crunchy, so it is a flexible, soft hairspray.
So watch what happens when I brush through her hair. I could brush through her hair.
Oh my gosh.
Shake it out. I could flatten it down and hold it, and the volume is going to come right back, because when you use far infrared technology, far infrared heat, and you use the right hairspray.
She looks like she just left the salon.
Listen, I don't want to make her cry, but this happened the last time I was here. When I met her, you know, it's been probably about a year now that I met her, and her hair was super, super short. And, you know, we have a little language barrier trying to communicate with her, and she's telling me that she hates hair and that she used to shave her head because she hates herself with hair. And I said, well, if you want to continue to be a model, you got to grow your hair a little bit.
Right.
So she hated it, but she did it because she liked being here and she loved being on HSN. Now that her hair
She loves getting her hair done by Martino.
Well, maybe, but I don't want to sound cocky. Now that her hair's long, she told me this is the first time in her life that she has ever liked her hair.
Isn't that great?
And she started to cry the last time she told me. So I was like, wow, this is like the real deal. This is not
You're the real deal.
This is not smoke and mirrors.
And by the way, I want to remind you, everybody, if you're shopping today, I want you to feel confident with your purchase and feel good about your purchase. You know, Martino has actually committed through HSN Cares to a minimum of $30,000 to Friends Are By Your Side, which is
Friends Are By Your Side.
Tell me about that.
So it's the home of Wigs and Wishes. It's a 501c3 nonprofit that I started started about 5 years ago. We grant wigs and wishes to women and children battling cancer. We just granted a huge wish with the help of HSN last week with one of the tallest basketball players in the NBA, if you can think about who that might be. We brought 10 kids with cancer to his house in Orlando, and they got to play basketball with him. So
feel good
really
about your shopping today, because yes, you're making a small investment that you're going to use every day, right? But you're making a change in the world. So there it is. Martino has committed to a minimum of $30,000 donation to Friends Are By Your Side in 2015 with the help of HSN Cares, everybody. So shop to your heart's delight today and know that not only are you doing something good, but you're getting the best hair ever.
And look at her hair. So you saw what we started with. You saw how quick I curled it. Okay, so I know many of you said...
Look at that smile on her face. That's what's most important there.
You know, another good story with Dominica. Met her here at HSN.
Yep.
She became one of my models. I threw a party for our hairdressers all across the country at a restaurant in Orlando. She saw it on Facebook and showed up.
Wow.
So we partied with our HSN models. So we really do become a family here because it's about all of you wanting to look good, right? So I try to give you the tools, the education, and the knowledge. When you get the styler home, it's like anything new, you've got to learn how to use it. So take down my email address. It's martino@martinocartier.com. It goes right to my phone.
He's serious. He does this.
I call women all week long. It's so fun. Like, it's really fun when a woman says to me, oh my gosh, I got it. Like, you know, because listen, it's like my mother. She's 77 years old. I try to teach her something new. Sometimes it can get a little frustrating. Mom, come on. Mom, come on. Once mom gets it, bravo, Mom. So,
but you know what? Once you get this, you're going to understand that, you know, the right tools make all the difference in the world. Go, and if you even have a flat iron, most flat irons right now, what they do is they flatten your hair, makes it look dull, makes it fry, right? Because you're burning the hair. Lots of times they're just coated in a ceramic or coated in titanium. Martino has those titanium
for your hair.
Yeah, those titanium blades actually kind of pivot, and they actually just glide through that hair.
When you close the cuticle with that negative, like I told you the ceramic does, it changes the color of your hair without coloring your hair. Because think about it, when your cuticle is open and your cuticle is rough, it can't reflect light. So let's, bring that up. Look at the back of her. I did not color her hair. Are you kidding me? I got here at 5 o'clock in the morning. The last thing I wanted to do was color anybody's hair. But no, whenever you close the cuticle, you allow the hair to reflect light, and it makes the hair cooperate.
That shine, 100%. Sure.
And you know, I'm doing this over and over again. She's probably hating me right now for her neck. But I want you to see that no matter how much you shake, no matter how much you bounce, that you had me at hello.
And do you see how soft and beautiful this hair is? And by the way, you're seeing curls here. You did curls with a flat iron.
Listen, and you know, if I had more time today, I would have had her doing it herself. And you know, which we did the last time we were here. But it's just like curling a ribbon with a pair of scissors. If you can understand that concept, when you curl the hair like I did with the ladies, you put it down at your base, straight up, pull your hair straight up, put the iron in, turn it, and slide. It's just like curling a ribbon. So whether your hair's long and blonde and you want to protect it, right? Unless she's natural blonde, only her hairdresser knows. But then let's swap out, because even if you have, you know, a medium dense hair that maybe you've got an unruly, like her hair naturally kind of has like a little wave, which I'm saving. I didn't want to bring up before setup because we have a really cool tool tonight for scrunching curly hair. So I didn't want to give away our secret, but tonight you'll get to see what her hair looks like normal. But you know,
these are curls that you created with a flat iron. Most of us hear the word flat iron, we're like, oh, that's just for straight hair.
Because it's more of a styler, which is why, like, even on Dominica's hair over here, right? We were able to give her a beautiful side bang, which most women have a hard time doing.
Yeah. Usually, but you gave lift in the crown, which is what people like my mom want.
Right. So the reason I did different looks is because you can do so many different things with this tool. So I didn't want to just curl, just straighten, but yes, you can get this side bang that most women wear. Can you grab me that comb right there, please?
Yes.
Thanks. Most women, when they do a side bang, if you're at home, you can probably laugh because you get one of these little things where it curves. Oh, it goes the opposite way. Happens all the time, right? When you do this, treat it like a magic wand.
Okay.
You want your side bang to go down and around, right? So watch what I do. I take the hair, I place it on the iron, and I slide it the way you want it to go.
Did you see how it glides through?
Was I in the way of that, or could they see it? I can't hear it.
They saw it.
All right, good. I'll do one more, right? So you want a side bang, place the iron, and slide it the way you want the hair to go. And every time it will do that. It's like a little magic wand.
I love how it just glides through.
Yeah, and it's shiny.
Did you see that there was no pulling, no tugging on that hair? You're not abusing it. Remember that we've got the Martino's products available for you as well. With those products, there's also a contribution going to HSN Cares as well through your product. But understand that you are getting that soft, beautiful hold with protection and with a flat iron. Martino was able to create what we want. We want lift, we want the look of volume.
But the best part about this entire presentation is that I can take her hair and look how fluffy, look how airy, look how soft it is. Yet I continue to spray hairspray. I continue to recurl it because I want you at home to really be able to do it. So the fact that you don't have stiff hair, the fact that it's not crunchy, and the fact that it's staying in because of the technology that's in the hairspray and in the iron, it will change your life, because women don't like to spend time on their hair because they think it's gonna flop. I'm doing this over and over again and over again. It's not gonna flop. It's not gonna flop.
Yeah, and you know, when you really have the right tools, it makes all the difference. I love what you said at the beginning, that a lot of women have given up on doing their hair.
They do.
Because we're like, it's complicated, and then I don't get the results I want. You don't get the results you want because you're not using the right tools and possibly not the right hairspray and all that stuff that you're weighing your hair down. If you have the right professional tools, just like awesome makeup brushes, professional tools yield professional results. And Martino is, you know, one of the most sought after hairstylists right now, celebrity stylists out there. He doesn't just slap his name on something, it has to work. And it has to work at his salons, and it has to work at his shows, where you basically wow us with your beautiful creations. Notice how he is creating curl with a flat iron. You used to think you could only create curl with hot rollers or with a curling iron.
Well, most women
cannot. This is a flat iron that multitasks.
100%. Most women can, and I've already curled her once. Yeah. I brought her out flat, I curled her, I'm recurling her again.
Look how soft this is, by the way.
It's very difficult to recurl curled hair. Yeah. Once you heat it up, it like shuts down until you wash it, you know? So, but again, we're not frying the hair. We're doing it from the inside out. So it's allowing me to curl her hair again. But, you know, when we get our tools, you know, I'm blessed to have 2 amazing salons of over 50 employees. We service about 1,500 women a week between the 2 salons. And when we get the new tools in, I get to give them to them and say, hey, what do you think? Try it out. Let me know. So these are made by hairdressers, you know, for women. Yeah. That's, you know, that's
and you know, if they didn't work, you simply could not get away with it, because women would be like, listen, it's not working. I don't know how to use it. It's complicated. Well, this even has the color gauge with the lights. So once you memorize your color, you know you're not gonna burn your hair, because what do? We're not getting the results we want because we have a cheapo flat iron, and then we just crank up the heat, right? And not with this. You'll see the light, you'll memorize your color. If you have thick, coarse hair or very curly hair, you're red, right? Once you know that iron is on red, that's it. You don't even have to look down again. Thick curly hair, you go to purple, and so on and so on. If you have burnt hair or super processed or bleached hair, you know your color will be that blue. But the point is, it's got that gauge, it's got those titanium plates, so look, it's you know like leaving your hair like silk.
When you say they pivot, I can put the iron and just turn it up and literally slide down, reverse my curl, and give a girl, if she wears her hair back, I can put a flip in it. There's nothing you can't do. Now, you said I have to make sure these work, right?
Yeah.
We played a video in the beginning at one of the largest hair shows, convention center.
You're like a rock star
in the world, right? And we're using these tools on stage. There you go. That's the convention center. We had 30,000 hairdressers, 30,000 hairdressers watching us on stage, and they're using our tools that we're selling right here on HSN. So when you say to me, how do you make these tools? They're made for professionals. There we are, speed cutting, or I am speed cutting on stage between me and Mary Kate and Jesse and our entire team, you know, at Hot Heads and Hair Talk. That's what we do.
This is a best beauty buy, which means that that price is a special. It is a one-of-a-kind day when you can see this iron for $89, because normally our HSN price was $119. Today, this is the lowest price we've done at $89, so $30 savings, free shipping and handling. $22 gets it home, and do remember that that Martino has committed to $30,000 to Friends Are By Your Side, which really helps women and children battling cancer.
Yeah, we do free wigs for women in 8 countries, obviously including the US, for free, regardless of their financial situation at wigsandwishes.com. hairdressers.org. There's no red tape. Zero red tape, and last year we did somewhere around like 8,000 or 9,000 free wigs for women going through chemo. And the wishes for the kids, there's so many celebrities involved, so I can't talk about them on air, but if you go to wigsandwishes.org, you'll learn all about it. I saw the list
of celebrities.
It's so, the kids' faces.
One gal that I adore. I mean, she's like the biggest music star right now.
I can tell you one wish that we did recently, because there was no celebrities involved, but it was a boy named Logan, and he wanted to go fishing in the Florida Keys, and he lives up north. We brought him down. It took his whole family, went out on 3 boats. I got seasick. We took him fishing.
We got to see you puke.
Yeah, we act like kids, and it made his wish come true. 3 months later, we buried him. And Friends Are By Your Side, Wigs and Wishes, we were able to raise the money for his funeral, headstone, the whole 9. We followed the family through to the end and after. You know, stay friends. So it just makes you feel like $1 million.
Yeah, because
you build friends.
I want you to say that too, because the truth is that sometimes we'll see a beauty product on air and we'll be like, well, it's an indulgence. I don't really need it. Just shop in confidence today and know that you're doing something good for the world as well. And you're also getting a professional grade hair tool that you're not only going to use for one thing.
I make this poor woman cry every time we go on air. She's crying again. That's because she follows me on Facebook and she gets to see all the wishes that we grant for the kids. I'll swap you guys out again.
But it's a multitasker. It's not just a tool that flattens your hair or straightens your hair. If you want a curly look, he created this look with this styler. So do yourself a favor and have good hair every day. It really makes us feel so good when we're walking out the door. Your day can be in shambles, but you have a good head of hair and you can kind of take on the world's troubles, right?
I mean, it's true, and I think the best part of the whole brand is where can you go on television or in a drugstore or in a mall and buy a product, and the founder and the person whose name is on it will tell you, email me and I'll call you myself. Yeah. You're not going to get that personal touch, and I believe that's what sets us apart. One of the things that sets us apart. Anyway.
Yeah, well, you make it easy for us, and that's just it. It's so interesting because I was talking to my friend about it. You know, as women, we don't get we don't get trained on how to apply our makeup most of the time. We don't get taught how to do our hair.
Oh, tell me about it.
And so it makes us
tell me about it.
We get a little insecure about it, and you make it easy for us.
Well,
you've seen some train wrecks in your time, huh?
Few. But you know, at the end of the day, like I said, there's a few, more than a few women from HSN that call me and they're like, or they'll email me and they'll say, I'm going to get yelled at by hairdressers for putting that bobby pin in my teeth. But they'll email me and they'll say, I did everything you said and I watched you and it's not working. And I'll say, what's your number? And I'll call and I'll find that, oh, they missed one little step. And now I get an email with a picture of their hair and they love it and their husband loves it. So that, for me, is rewarding when you get to walk through with somebody and make them feel good about their hair.
How pretty this looks. And by the way, you know, if you are styling your hair every day, if you are using heat tools, you want to get the very best your money can buy. Don't just buy the one at the corner pharmacy, you guys, because they've cut corners. You're still paying a lot of money, and they've cut corners to make the product cheaper. And who's suffering? Your hair.
Yeah, and guess what? When you get it home and you can't curl your hair, who are you going to call? You're going to call the drugstore? Yeah. Or are you going to call the manufacturer in another country? Or are you going to call a hairdresser from New Jersey that cares about you and wants you to look and feel your best?
See? We love this guy.
That's
all right, everybody. Do keep in mind your item number here is, let me see, 413005. For today, you get to enjoy that Beauty Best Buy price. I have never, at the lowest I saw this iron was at $99. Today it's $89. You do have the flexible payments to bring it home. It's on free shipping and handling, so let us take care of that for you. But we promise you, you know what? If you're not completely 100% satisfied with this, we ask you to call Martino first. and then if you're not completely satisfied still, although I don't know who wouldn't be just having a conversation with this guy, but if you're still not satisfied, it's risk-free. You got it on free shipping and handling. Send it back.
Listen, I have built some friendships over women ordering something, getting it home, and sending an email saying, I can't get my hair to do it, what you got the models to do, and then I call them, walk them through it, and believe, you know, now I get random emails, hope you're having a beautiful day, or tell your son I said happy birthday. I got from, you know, a viewer the other day.
Little mini-me, your son is darling,
you know, it's fun. It's fun watching someone, especially like here, a New Yorker, who hated her hair. She used to buzz cut her hair like the movie, like, you know, the girl.
My mother cuts her hair super short. And I tell her not to, and she doesn't because she doesn't know how to style it. Same reason.
And now she's a hair diva.
Right.
You know, she's a hair diva. Right. You know, she's getting asked out on dates. She told me the last time I was down here. Hope I didn't just throw you under the bus.
By the way, the spray that you're seeing here, because I want to talk about it because I don't know we'll have a lot of time to talk about it, but if you loved Sealed with a Kiss before, He just basically made it a lot better because basically this has heat protected.
Huge
it has
difference.
sunscreen. We pay a lot of money for our hair color. You want to protect that hair color. You want to protect it from the sun. It's got your hydration with your omega fatty acids in there, and it is a soft hold. He has been spraying
and spraying and layering and layering and layering.
And so you still get texture.
That's from the keratin and the collagen that's in it and the panthenol.
It's a big customer pick, your spray. Did you know that? It's a big customer
I did. So thank you everyone for making it a customer pick.
Yeah. And so it's one can that delivers so many. It's a multitasking product.
We have an auto ship deal, don't we?
We do have it on auto ship where you secure that price and then you also secure that free shipping. What?
They get a shipping deal.
Oh, yeah. That can never change for you. So if you do want to get that beautiful product on auto ship, which so many of us here at HSN have, we haven't even talked about the glass slippers. We'll tell you, Jared, are we going to have time for the glass slippers? Because I love this product.
Whip through it real quick, all right?
Okay, no, we'll have a couple of minutes.
Okay,
we'll have a couple of minutes,
right.
but stay with us for glass slippers because that's like one of my favorite products that you make, everybody. Okay,
thanks.
So big customer pick here, $30 off. You do get flex pay. I love that with a flat iron, he was able to create that lift. He was able to create that shine because flat irons can just wreak havoc on your hair.
When they heat from the outside like a traditional flat iron that you would get at a regular brick and mortar store, it's like a broiler.
Right.
It says raw metal, heating the air from the outside, so it singes the hair, makes it dull. It can make white or gray hair look yellow.
Right. So right here in our studio, can you give us tips to using this to make it easier? Because people like my mom are terrified of tools like this. So maybe they won't call you, although I still think people are going to call you. I'd call you if I had your number and email.
I had one lady so cute. She called me the other day. I'm like, can I Skype you? She's like, what's Skype? I said, can we FaceTime? She said, Face what? It was so cute.
You were like, what? Okay, so look, he's grabbing small pieces of hair.
Start with this. You can use large, but start with the small until you get used to it, and don't be afraid of it. This is not your regular curling iron where you can only hold the tip because the barrel would burn you. Just start small until you get comfortable, and then you can go bigger. I'm going to turn it to the side so you can watch. Okay? Take the iron, close it, turn it.
Look, he's going back,
and slide up.
There you go.
And there's your curl. So all you have to do, again, is take a section of hair, just do it this way.
Because that's the thing, as we age, we lose our hair, we lose our volume, and what most of us want is the look of thick, voluminous, lifted hair.
Turn and slide. And I'll tell you what, I wish we had Shut Up and Kiss Me here, because if you're that girl like my grandma with that fine, thin hair, when you're done curling it, spray Shut Up and Kiss Me on it. It's a dry volumizer. It comes out. We don't have time to talk about it.
I know.
But spray it on and go like this. And I used it on the end, on Denise on the end, and she was like, what did you just spray in my hair? Or no, I sprayed it on your hair, and you said, how do you say your name again? Mashallah, God forgive me. I can never forget that. Is a beautiful name. But I sprayed it on her. She said, what was that?
So, but he's creating the look. She looks like she's got a ton of hair.
Do you know what happens?
Which is what we all want. Makes us look younger.
My grandmother used to use a hairspray that was so stiff that her hair would kind of gum up in the shower or when she would wash her hair, and she would have a hard time combing it. If she brushed it at night, she'd have a hard time combing it. I said, Grandma, your hair is getting thinner because you're making it thinner.
You're ripping it out.
If you're making your hair so stiff that you can't get a brush through it, even though we have You Complete Me, it's a firm spray that you can brush through. Anytime you're using something that makes your hair so stiff you have to rip through it, you are causing your hair to become thinner.
And do you see that her hair is still touchable? It's still soft. It's got shine. Remember, Martino's product, this hairspray, You Had Me at Hello, it actually has your hydration in there as well, your omegas. You know, so you're getting the keratin in there. You're getting all the shine in one product. You don't need 7 different beauty products to get these results. It's still soft, but the most important thing is that she's got that lift. It looks like she's got a ton of hair, right? And you know, that's what we want because it makes us look youthful.
100%. And again, when you're sealing the cuticle, you're also blocking out humidity, which the hairspray helps as well. So between the negative ions from the ceramic heating element, mix that with the hairspray with the omega-3, 6, and 9, the sunscreen, the panthenol, her hair is naturally has an out-of-control wave to it naturally, which my hair does as well. So, but when you put those two together, it blocks it. So she'll be able to go outside here in Florida, in humid Florida, and she's not gonna spring up with that curly hair, even though I happen to like the curls.
I'm gonna try it on air here. So I grab the small piece of hair, I close it, and then I just, look. I did it!
That's great.
I did it,
Oh my gosh.
And look at the shine.
I'm proud of you.
Well, I'm doing it because I know how to do my hair, but I want to show my mom.
My son.
Because my mom is, you know, she stopped and gave up doing her hair.
Listen,
because
my son just turned 16. I brought him here for Father's Day, right? I said, Brigade, try on grandmom's hair before we go on camera. He's like, I got it. You know, too cool for school, wants to ride his four-wheeler. We get here, and I'm sweating bullets. I'm like, if my kid flops, I'm gonna look like an idiot. And Brigade, God bless him, curled your hair, and he did a great job. You can look on HSN.com.
Did you see how easy it was?
So if my 15-year-old, well, 16 now, year-old son, who only cares about wave runners, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes can do it, you can too. And I'm proud of you.
Look at that.
Look, she did it.
I did it again, everybody.
I'm proud of you.
So it doesn't get any easier. And look, he's right. It actually is cool to the touch up here in front.